Arsenal, listen to this, right? Arsenal value the player at 25 million, but his club want 30. Football Dad Derby, now I'm starting to get a little bit worried. I mean, this Mikel Moreno deal, I'm not so sure about the player really, but we've been linked to him for weeks and weeks now. Can't get the deal over the line. Arsenal, listen to this, right? Arsenal value the player at 25 million, but his club want 30. This is what I'm hearing this morning. This is the argument. Arsenal are dictating how much they want to pay for the player that they want. And, the club are saying, no, listen, give us 30, you can have him. And Arsenal say, but no, we just want to give you 25. To me, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how we're trying to dictate these transfer fees to other clubs. We're doing the same thing ourselves with Eddie Nketiah. We've been offered money, and then we're saying, no, we've been offered like whatever the fee is we're being offered for Eddie Nketiah, and from Marseille, they would have offered us a certain amount, but no, we want this is what we want for him. So we could do it. Why can't they? Why can't we're thinking to ourselves, right? Why don't Marseille or Leicester or Bournemouth? And Bournemouth have got a few quid now because they've just sold Solanke to Spurs. Good deal for Bournemouth. I think they've got about 60 million for Solanke. That's a great deal for them. So we know Bournemouth have got a few quid. So now we're saying to Bournemouth, nah, we want 30. I think that the clubs are offering around the 25 million mark or 27.5 million mark, and we're going, nah, we want 30 or we want 35 or whatever it is. I know, listen, a little bit of an hypocrite. I know I said Arsenal should be digging their heels in and trying to get what they can for the player. I was on board with that at first, but now you've got to think to yourself, it ain't. We need to sell the player. We need to sell Reiss Nelson. Now, we turned down 25 million from West Ham from Reiss Nelson. Reiss Nelson's going to be staying at the club. He's going to be staying here now. There's nobody else interested in him. Apparently, I've seen this morning as well that Leicester are interested in Eddie Nketiah. Leicester need a striker. Just been promoted to the Premier League. Yeah, go on and take Eddie Nketiah, but I think he had his heart set on Marseille. Will Arsenal accept a deal from Leicester? Who knows? Arsenal just this transfer window is just really starting to annoy me. It's really starting to piss me off a little bit because we need a striker. We're leaving it so late. Look at Chelsea. Look at West Ham. They're getting their deals done. I know Liverpool are in a little bit of a fix. This is another thing. Liverpool in a little bit of a fix. They put all their eggs into the basket for Martin Zubimendi. This what I sort of started to think. Oh, this might be stalling this Mourinho deal. Marino deal for Arsenal because they wait and see what happens with Zubimendi and Liverpool. But Zubimendi has shunned them. He snubbed them. He said, I want to stay where I am. So for me, that should be that we should be getting our man now. It's not a man. It's not a player that I really want. He was second fiddle to Fabio Ruiz in the Euros. Everyone's jumping on, oh, he was all right in the Euros and all that. Yeah, but he's still back up for Fabio Ruiz. Don't forget that. I know he scored the goal that put him in the final or the semi-final. I know he scored a good goal in that tournament, and he's got a great team around him. Maybe he'll have a great team around him at Arsenal if he does come, but he's not. Doesn't get me excited. He's not a player. Like if we went and signed a Bruno Guimaraes from Newcastle, or Frankie De Jong from Barcelona, or someone that get your juices flowing because that'd be exciting. That's when we're serious. We've got a player. And you know what else I've heard today as well? Adrien Rabiot, 29-year-old central midfielder, French international, decent player. Not, I ain't seen much of him really. I don't really watch a lot of the Liga or the Italian league or I don't really watch a lot of the European leagues. Every now and again, like Champions League, I might, obviously you see the teams in the Champions League, but you got to watch these players week in, week out to really know exactly what they're like. You've got to do the eye test. Ain't always about the stats. Anyway, he's left Juventus. His mother's his agent, so is he a mummy's boy? Who knows? I don't know. He might be a bit of a mummy's boy. Is he going to want to go to another country? I know he's going to play in Italy recent times, and he's French, but the thing is, it doesn't get me excited either, Adrien Rabiot, and he would be a free. He's on a free, so his contract's expired, and he didn't want to renew it at Juventus, or Juventus didn't want to offer him a new contract. Probably Juventus didn't want to offer it to him, if the truth be known, because it's probably like, he's probably not good enough, and it's not getting me excited. I don't know what else to say, because I can't put my finger on it. I know other clubs are having a few little problems. There's a problem with Chelsea with Conor Gallagher. They want João Felix back, Chelsea. Make that make any sense? João Felix. They want the player that they loaned. They offered him more money to get him on loan a couple of years ago. When Arsenal tried to get him on loan, Chelsea offered him more money. At the same time when they swiped up Nikola Mudryk for under our nose as well. Thank God they'd done that, because we definitely dodged the bullet there. And we dodged the bullet with João Felix, because he didn't really cut the mustard on that either. But I'm not getting excited, mate. I think, we've got to push on. We pushed Man City all the way last season, and they're not doing much business. But don't forget, they've just sold Julian Alvarez to Atletico Madrid, and they've got like 82 million for him. I know they bought a winger, Savio. Is it Savio? Whatever it is, I can't remember what it is. But they've just bought a winger. They've got money to burn. They can just go, right, they might wait and see. Well, right, if Arsenal are gonna go and sign Gyökeres, let's just offer him more. They could snipe us. They could do what they want. They've got 8 million to fuck about with. Do you know what I mean? They are in a little bit of trouble with them, but they might be keeping quiet because of the trial or whatever's coming up with their 115 charges. It's been brought forward 2 months. So it's going to be in September at the start date or something. I think it was supposed to be in October, but they brought it forward to September. So that's apparently going to last about 10 weeks or something. And then they're going to get a decision early in the new year. So, they could be in trouble. They might be just thinking to themselves, you know what, we'll just go with what we got. We don't need anybody, really. We sold the backup striker. But do we need to, they've got other players there that they've got such a great squad, Man City. They might be thinking, let's just keep our cards close to our chest. We might go and buy someone on transfer deadline day just to replace Alvarez, just for a little backup for Haaland. They might just go and do that. I don't think they need to strengthen anywhere else in their team. They've got a great team. Their defence is solid. Their midfield is unbelievable. They've got some fucking great players there at Man City. So maybe they're staying quiet, but if they're standing still, we need to catch them up. We need to do our best to catch them up, because we pushed them all the way. It was only 2 points difference. It was one game in the second half of the season that we lost that really is all being frowned upon as being the one that really broke the camel's back, the Aston Villa game. There was games before that. Don't forget that we lost to Fulham and West Ham, and so. But everything's been targeted at that Aston Villa game that we lost when Havertz was playing so well up front, and we dropped him into midfield. Everyone was, including myself, we all went mental over that. When we dropped Havertz into midfield to make accommodations for Jesus when he come back from injury. And then, the rest is history. We lost the league, we lost the game, and ultimately it cost us the title. But I've said that before, so I don't want to keep going over old ground. I'm just going to have a little look over here. Still looking over there on Sky Sports, there's nothing really happening. Well, as I'm recording this video, I've just had to pause it quickly, the video, and look at a message just come through from one of my panellists on the podcast that we do on every Tuesday night. Go back and check that from last night. It was a great show, from Anthony. He just sent me a message through that the Mourinho deal may be a loan now. A loan. We're going to loan Mikel Merino. What the hell is going on? Listen, get your comments in the comment section below. Stick a like on the video. And any updates I see, I'll bring them to you. Thank you.